Yeah, let's just jump into this moment there.
There's still a chance to stop them.
Okay, here we go. So the idea is, so with your ability, most of the time, it's similar to Zen Orb. It's similar to how you use it on your allies. If you remember Zen, you just place your E on somebody who is really active. And here, you can think about the same idea as well. When the fight starts, I can think who is the most active in the current moment and just place the E on them. And you can see actually right at the start, I think we didn't place your E yet. Yeah, if we just go back, let's check. So, yeah, it's on your tank by default, which I think is fine. Yeah, you kind of expect them to take a lot of pressure, but you have to always act depending on situation, depending on who does what. And we can see here, if you look at this situation, who seems more active at the moment, actually? If it, I could just move forward.
Active-wise, I would say, I guess, is it Black Panther up top, I guess, or Thor?
Yeah, Black Panther or Thor. And how do you identify it? What is based on?
I'd probably say whoever's gonna probably apply the most pressure here. I think Thor is probably just gonna play front line and put a little bit of pressure up, but you have Black Panther who's gonna be really deep that you can't see. So you just want to have the snowflake on there just so you can heal with them being out of your line of sight, right?
Sure. So it's mostly, I think it's mostly two factors we're looking for. You want to look at their position. I think that might be one good factor to look at. And another thing is just simply who is doing damage. So if there's a character and they do quite a lot of pressure, you notice them, maybe Thor, he's showing his F ability. Yeah, he's press the ability, awakened ability. They start doing a lot of pressure. I think this is where you can start doing something. Yeah, this is where you can start using the ability on them. So mainly two factors for you to look for, in my opinion. Does it make sense to you, or any questions?
That one makes sense. Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, probably based on the more active people, yeah, with positioning and damage output, I would say, yeah.
Yeah. Basically, it's that, I think, mostly. Let's just keep watching. Let's continue. So you have to be decisive. You have to look into the situation and exactly see. Maybe right now we could be walking up, and even though you're waiting for this TP, I think it's okay to just try to help out the Sword, will maybe place on the Panther. I think Sword is good enough for now because they're just doing more. The Panther, they're not engaging yet. The Spider-Man, they're also looking to go on this flank on the left. That is something you can keep an eye on too, but yeah. What do you think about your shift as well, and about your right click? How do you usually use that too?
The shift I'm usually using for two reasons. Like if I know that the snowball and the shift both kind of heal you a bit. So if I'm in like a weird spot where I'm like not on full health and like I don't have a healer next to me, I'll just use it just to kind of restore. On top of that, using it as like a double. So like if a lot of my teammates are stacked in front of each other, I can just heal multiple people at the same time at a high output. Just if I need to like catch up on their health. And then the right click, I'm usually just using for like if a flanker dives me, I can just use it to buy me some time to get back to my team. Or if I know that I can kill them, I'll just line up a triple headshot with them. If I need to cancel an ult, yeah, just kind of use it just to make space and help people out.
I see. Makes sense. Yeah, let's just let's keep watching. I think what you said makes sense with it, but more so with, we can also try to think about, to simplify, in my opinion. We can mostly think about who is the most active in the field a lot of times, and just try to either help that person or try to disable that person, I think, as well. You will see that later a lot. If we notice anybody who is active on the enemy team, for example, or on your team, if you're just able to apply pressure on them, or support if it's your own teammate. I think this can be quite useful. Okay, let's keep watching. Okay. So this is where the flank TP really works, and I think you can apply a lot of pressure there. Let's move forward. Okay, also gonna remove this. Let's say maybe right at this moment, maybe when you're looking to push up into this room and there, your teammates kind of doing something there. Who your E should be on at the moment?
I'd say
You
if
can
I'm
move
going to
more back
heal
even.
him,
Yeah.
if I'm going to heal the Black Panther, I'd probably put on Spider-Man.
So Spider-Man, I think Spider-Man just died. Let me see.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
I
died.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe before if you have time. So it's just because it's always something you can watch out for. It's always something trying to anticipate. Who's gonna do more pressure based on their position? Maybe I think it can be fine to guard him now and later. Because there's nobody else. I think every character, they're pretty fast, yeah. Both of those characters, Spider-Man and Panther, they're pretty fast, to be honest. So one of those really works, but see who makes more commitment. I think just one of those is good enough, and put the attention towards them. But you definitely have to not just place it on the tank and leave it, but try to be more, I think, one, anticipating, and second, look at the exact situation, what it tells you on the field. Does it make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's continue. Can also try to do a live game later once we're done with this. I think it might
Yeah,
be
we can
good
do
to
that.
just go over. Yeah, might be good to go over some stuff there too. Okay, so see, this is basically, again, you can try to guard them and keep shooting. And it's okay if you also apply pressure. You don't have to exactly heal your members all the time. I think there's a big misconception when people just try to out heal the damage, or most of their priorities, it's all about healing. In reality, you don't have to. You really have to put more emphasis on applying pressure rather. So see, and this is more of a support fundamental in games like Overwatch as well, because you can never out-heal incoming damage in general. So like now, it might be even better if we potentially able to apply pressure on the enemy and just try to shoot somebody, and this way you push them back so your teammates will not take damage in the first place. But the question is, when you actually start healing your teammates, what do you think? Do you just keep them topped off all the time as soon as they lose HP, or there's any trigger you can look at? What do you think?
For me, it's usually when they get around like that, around like the halfway point, the 3/4 mark. Like once they've
Hmm.
lost about like a quarter, maybe half of their health, I usually kind of look at them and prioritize. And then like I'll usually work down a list. It'll usually go, if a lot of people are down at once, I'll heal my supports first, and then my tanks, and then my DPSs.
I see, exactly. Yeah, I think this might be good enough. You can usually see if they dropped closer to half HP, yeah, like quarter, well, maybe slightly more, I think is also fine. So maybe not necessarily, like we will see in there. The Punter is missing some of the HP for a short period of time, maybe once they will. You don't have to keep them topped off all the time, but rather put attention towards the pressure in the choke there and just leave also some of the job towards your second support too, maybe who does not have exact good sight lines sometimes to shoot the enemy. Like you can see in this
Yeah.
case, there's a Mantis, they on point, they don't have a clear angle to shoot the enemy, so you can just don't steal their ult charge and try to let them heal up that person as well. This is another perspective, but overall I would just keep shooting. Yeah, the idea is keep shooting until you recognize that, okay, their HP is dropped maybe almost towards the half, and then you start paying attention to them. I think can be pretty useful. And another thing is watch if they are active, really watching if we, again,
Battery
this, our
critical.
fundamental idea always making sure that this guy actually does something. Yeah, they actually go in based on their position or based on if they deal damage. Yeah, so to keep it simple, when something happens, if this guy behind the wall and they just low HP, I think it's not good enough reason for you to heal them up yet. If you
Yeah.
able to apply pressure for now, but it's all right. Okay, let's keep watching. This is fine. The fight is over, so you can be more active with your abilities. You don't have to be resisting on using those or like think about those as much. But now this is the time when the next fight starts, and you can think about what you're gonna do next. Again, it's about your guard. Yeah, it's about your E. It feels like we kind of just left it on Doctor Strange, or I can just check. Yeah, again, not sure what we left it on. Let's go back.
Looks like it's on Strange.
Yeah, it's on Strange. He's just been
Yeah.
on the Strange by default. So again, trying to watch the situation and maybe you heal up the Spider-Man, and then from here you can also decide. Yeah, maybe you're trying to anticipate and think, who is gonna be most active based on their position and damage? First of all, what do you see? What do you think? Who is gonna do that exactly from your team here?
Activity now?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah, yeah.
see.
Maybe trying to anticipate. Yeah, just based on their kid, based on what do you expect them to
Base
do.
I'd probably still lean into Black Panther and Spider-Man,
Yep.
possibly Thor.
Exactly. Yeah, I think one of those. Probably prioritize squishies first, because Thor, they have more sustain, they have the shields as well, which they can apply at
Yeah.
any point of time. Every 2 seconds, basically, you get enough shields, and I think this can be good enough, really. Put the E on them. I'm not sure how line of sight works, by the way, how this E is being removed or not. If you're out of line of sight, we can check it on practice range, but probably it works the same way like Zenyatta. The orb will still be on for some time. I think I'm not gonna use the throwing tool here because it just lags a little bit. It's fine. If we place the E on a certain character, like Spider-Man or Panther, if you heal up Thor, who can easily see, or Doctor Strange on the front line, and imagine you heal the Thor and you healed Doctor Strange, while it's easy, but you're also healing somebody on the flank, taking angle like Spider-Man or
Right.
Panther. We need to check when this actually is getting removed, though. I'm not sure. Again, it should be similar to Xehanort, but
I don't think it gets removed in the line of sight, but
wait,
I
it's
do
still
think it
getting
gets
removed.
removed. I think it gets removed after like a certain distance, like if you're too far
This is
away.
crazy.
Yeah.
This is something you have to abuse in this case. Well, we
Oh
can
yeah.
check in the practice range. Maybe once you do the live game, really check this out how it works. But this is crazy. This is insane, to be honest. If you place it on the flanker and you just heal easier targets because your position cannot be with the flanker, this is really nice. They definitely have to do that. Like a lot of people say, yeah, frontline, put attention on the tank, but this is again more misconception. Again, from Overwatch to a lot of people, they would just say, yeah, I'll leave the orb in the tank. But why? Why they do that? What is based on? Because tank takes most of the pressure. Yes, this is true, but it's not always the case based on the triggers. You always want to look at who is more active based
Mhm.
on position and damage they do. And sometimes it can be tanks, sometimes they're not, but right now it could save those guys easily as well if you place the shield on them. I think, well, it's not save, but help them out a little bit more, I think, and taking space. Okay. Oh, actually take space. You can take space more in there too. Okay. So see, in this case, you can maybe have the aura if you like it on Doctor Strange, for example, because
Mhm.
they are more active. So you can double heal them. Double heal them will be fine. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, you also have your ultimate here. Okay, so what do you usually use it for?
Usually this ult, I'll do it for two things. The first one is if I see a lot of people are down on health a lot at the same time, and I either anticipate or see that they have a lot of ults that can wipe us out, I'll do it as like a precaution. And then the second one being is just if we need to play really aggressive here to like push up on a lot of people, I'll do this. Because I have it bound on the scroll wheel thing, so I can
Oh,
basically
yeah.
go between healing and damage at the same exact time. So it's just used
Yep.
as like a crazy trans basically with the damage boost.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So again, we can transition it to enable activity or disable if enemy team is really active with their damage, usually ultimates and such, really good tool to disable, or if your teammates can be active, which I think they are pretty much at this corner, it's okay-ish. If you notice, there's commitment. There's a weird sound as well it's making in this replay, at least it's like lagging out for some reason, but it's fine. When the pressure happens, when your team is able to just push up actively, and the enemies are in range, I think it's more close range, similar to like you would beat on Lucio in Overwatch. You're just trying to make sure that your teammates can follow up. Yeah, so this is fine. Okay, we can skip a little bit forward. Okay. Usually because your ultimate is stronger, I usually suggest try to also see what you can do regarding proactivity. Well, maybe not necessarily exactly waiting for these guys to do something, but and this is another layer I want you to pay attention to. Think about your position, which forces an enemy team to do something, and you can think about how you use your abilities. Okay, I just want to push back a little. Okay, so right there, you have this situation where you push this space over here. The enemy
Sure.
team's coming this way. So my question is, how can you be more proactive with your position so you force an enemy team to do the action on you rather than kind of waiting for them to do something? What do you think? Maybe this is okay enough to be in the backline, but what's your thoughts? If you would be, can also use the same analogies like on Ana and Zenyatta, if you would do similar
Yeah.
stuff, what you could do as well. What do you think?
I guess you can entice a fight, I guess, by pushing like really, really far up and just kind of baiting out ults from them or like a dumb fight just to pull people out and then just capitalizing on that.
Hmm. So what position exactly you would take at this point of time?
Like I would take where Strange is right now on
Of
that other corner.
so other corner here.
There works too, yeah. I was saying where Strange is, yeah, right there on that corner. But the other
Yeah,
one, yeah, makes sense.
because the thing is, do you want to be that close as Luna? What do you think?
Probably not.
Usually
But
no.
if you
Yeah.
have your ult though, it
Yes.
should be fine.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. You have your ultimate. This is something what helps out. Uh, but don't forget because ultimate duration is really really long. I would always usually suggest try to make sure you use your cooldowns first, use your ultimate after, and then you have your cooldowns back. Basically, I might be pretty good.
That makes sense.
Yeah, might be pretty good stuff to do. And usually you are able to use your cooldowns from the range. You're more of a range character, of course. Your ultimate is closer range, but also look at the kit too. Okay,
Yeah.
let's keep watching. So to do a quick recap, yeah, E on the most active member, proactive position, and what is that about? Well, in my opinion, because a lot of people don't do that, okay, let's just kind of invent this general principle with your position, what you're looking for. You want to try to take softer angles, and what I mean by softer angles is you play relatively close to your team, but you play on off angle, which is long range. Okay, so if we have the situation here where most of your core is pushing this way, by the way, I don't know why those not marked red, but well, that's all right. They're all pushing here. The Spider-Man, the Thor, your Doctor Strange pushing here, and we meanwhile can take softer off angle, just like that might be good enough, or just like that, because you can shoot the enemies from far, and once they make an action towards you, they're just gonna rush you or something, okay? Then what do you do in this case, by the way? What can you do with your abilities? What's your thoughts?
From where from on this corner, if
Maybe.
they do rush,
Yeah. Maybe they go on you or something like Magician, who might rush you here most likely. Maybe Magic, I think they playing quite a lot.
Mhm.
So,
I mean, if you can hit the freeze, that's good. There's also a
yep.
really easy fallback into that room behind you that goes like just
Yeah.
straight back into your team. So you can kind of just bait and sandwich her in there since you have
Mhm.
your two tanks here. You can just press her.
Yeah. Positionally, right, but ability wise, exactly. Use your freeze on the most active member in their team. Again, simply to what you do with your E, with simplifying your freeze to just seeing what they do positionally and with their damage when they go on you, and force them to do so. So we don't try to play too passive in a way that, oh, well, maybe they do something, maybe they're not, but make them do the action, I think. Make them do the action with the position, and it should be really useful. And you also will be able easier, I think it's going to be easier for you to support the most active members on your team. Stuff like that. Okay, let's
Yeah.
keep watching. Okay, I know there's quite a lot of info, but at the same time, yeah, we just covering
this is good.
fundamentals. Yeah, we can cover later more advanced ideas too, but it's fine. You can just keep the fundamentals up. Because see, this is exact situation where all your three abilities could be handy already, and then you pop your ultimate and you get even higher value if you wish. Okay, let's push forward. Forward, take a little bit more. Okay, so this is when the ultimate is over. Okay. I'm curious what we use our shift for. Let's just go back. And your freeze as well. Okay, so this is right after your ultimate actually. Oh, you're trying to freeze Doctor Strange. Yeah, so this is
I
an
think I
example.
almost hit him.
Yeah, this is a good example of how you use your freeze. This guy is active not only positionally, but ultimate is definitely good to just disable anything we can try to deny. Maybe it's Magneto ultimate, or it might be even, I'm not sure if you can deny this matters. I think you can deny pretty much everything. It's like an Anna sleep dart, I believe. Some of them may be cancelable. Again, not sure what's cancelable or like not deniable, but I think more so from what I've seen at least, it's okay. You can deny it, freeze the person. Yeah, so this is a good one, and then your shift has been just... Just go... So what was that for there? Just to keep up your team's health up?
I think it was just, yeah, because I saw them stacked since they were all stunned basically here with the Strange Ult, so I think I was just trying to use the shift to kind of just stack and get as much heals as I could as possible.
Why do you target... Yeah.
There's some weird spots though, so I don't think it really worked out because like Spider-Man's like on top of like the little goats here on top of the point, so I can't exactly see him.
Yeah, and you see why you can see them. What could be helpful, right? Because this position, it just feels a little bit... There's a lot of clutter, I think, in front of you. It's kind of similar to, again, Anna, when you're trying to heal your teammates and they're just in front of you for some reason. It's because people, usually, they don't take those soft angles as much sometimes. It's like, if you're on a soft angle, let's say... Well, in this case, I don't know, maybe over here would be okay-ish. If you're able to take top, which I think is really, really nice if you have time to do so, this is even better. You're able to track just who is, again, more active and target them. So not Mantis, Doctor Strange, Thor, Spider-Man first, I think. Rather, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, one of those, and you will be fine. It makes sense, again, because they are just... They need your help at the moment, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep watching. Okay, so yeah, here we are.
Thanks so much. Glow up.
You'll notice quite a lot, I think, your kit, especially your defensive abilities, your shift and E, it's really an enabler for you to be more aggressive. You can call it that. You can take more proactive position because you have those abilities. You can freeze somebody, or you can use your shift to just sustain because it does more healing. It heals yourself, yeah, because the pressure is on you as well. And it's really nice if we just force an enemy attention towards you and healing ourselves up, then that means that your teammates are not taking as much pressure as well. And it's also more frequent kind of flow of your abilities. So we're not holding in them too much. So I'm thinking, what about here? If we try to take more proactive position and just force an enemy to engage on us, what do you think? Should we keep this corner, maybe try to move towards any other one? What do you think? Where could you go?
I could go on the stairs behind Mantis.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe?
stairs. Yeah, I think even stairs can work. Why? Because softer angle, which allows you for long range, I think might be a little bit awkward transition from here to here though. But once you're able to, I think if you have this angle over here, it's definitely better. You maybe can take some time. Maybe once you reset, do you have the route? Yeah, you have the route like over here. If you
Yeah.
like, when you've been there, can maybe take that position again, which a lot of people don't do. They don't use verticality as much, and because you don't have any mobility, I think this is really nice if you're able to set up before the fight. Next, probably using this corner once your team is pushed up a little bit more here. The environment here is destructible, so you have to be careful, but still doable. Still doable to play around those positions here.
Help, friends.
Yeah, so your Doctor Strange also use an ultimate, and then we start using your shift on them. Okay. There's your right click. Yeah, exactly. This is good target. Your right click's been decent, I think, most of the time. The freeze is okay. I think we need to just work on your E position and the shift
Yeah.
a little bit more. Well, shift is just a consequence because you sometimes don't have the perfect position. You not as proactive, maybe it's not allowing you to heal actively or just enable your own play, which I would emphasize. Yeah, try to take soft angles so enemies actually forced to do actions towards you. Here, spam and choke is alright. I don't like the exact placement here. Again, if you like to take softer angles and long range, where you want to be right now.
In that room,
Yeah,
probably.
you just want to be in the
Yeah.
back over here. Exactly. You want to stay in there. You have decent range as the character. Utilize it. Maybe somebody's gonna rush you, jump on you. This means that they're not jumping on the rest of these guys and making it harder. Remember our lessons on Tracer when we take angles and we force an action towards us. It just because we
Yes.
do so, yeah, it's similar. It's similar, but your defensive abilities, such as your shift and freeze, can help you to stay alive. This is good top lap pressure towards the choke though, early of course. I think it's hard to really take if you're that close. They're not taking angle on the left, so...
Yeah, I'm surprised. It usually is. It works in their favor when they take the other one.
Yeah. What do you think about this freeze here?
It's okay. Straight on.
Sometimes that. I guess I probably get antsy sometimes. I like just doing this so I can get tanks down on health a little bit, so I allow my team to kind of capitalize and kind of push the tank guy by either killing them or just pushing them like really far back, just to apply a lot of pressure.
So, would you say they are the most active at the moment? That is something your team wants to disable at this point of time?
Looks like they want to push
Maybe.
this choke pretty bad, but I
Yeah.
don't know exactly what they're trying to achieve. Maybe just taking this height, like this space up there.
So they start walking choke, and this is what I mean. Yeah, they start taking space over here.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm thinking. This is relatively fine, right? From our points, we mentioned that if anyone has the position where they're active, which they are, I don't think there's anybody in your line of sight yet. Yeah, let's just play it out. Okay, and we wait here. Okay, so you don't have exactly the other people who are the most active. Maybe this angle can be, but this is something what's in front. Yeah, they all can also do damage, but I'm also thinking your freeze is similar to sleep dart, so you don't have to maybe shoot the enemy right away, I would say. Rather try to just disable them and wait for the action to happen. It's either your teammates will catch up on them, or you can even shoot something else, because your freeze is really long, I think, and you still restore your cooldown when they're frozen too. So I wouldn't rush with the shots exactly too. There's more mechanical, but still, yeah. If I froze Doctor Strange, you don't have to. They're out of the fight. You can just try to search for something else or wait for your teammates' pressure, if you wish. They're kind of over-aggressive there. They should. There's a high possibility they will be forced to do something like their team. They use an ult because they've been low, so it's fine, but We can just maybe force out even more resources if we're trying to prolong the pressure. The ultimate is good. Yeah, there's their ultimate. You deny it. I think they also use Mantis. Let me see. Yeah, so Cloak and Dagger
Yeah,
and
limited,
Mantis.
yeah.
Yeah, the sound is weird. Okay.
I think how old does sound weird since I'm spamming like the change so fast it just sounds like a broken speaker.
Yeah. Right. And there's definitely more visual clarity in my opinion compared to Overwatch. Some abilities it's hard to tell what they are sometimes as well, but it's okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of visual clutter.
Yeah, this is true. Okay, so what about this one? Taking softer angles, because we just mentioned that. Where can it be at this point of time? Should we still play on this angle? Could he go anywhere else? Against longer range. Don't forget about that. Yeah,
I'd move to the right here on
oh,
the height.
sorry. Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of people
Yeah.
do that. They exactly play main. I don't think you have to. You have enough capability to go on that angle on the right side. Will be not that far from the rest of your team, but you also have good vision. You have sharper sight line. You constantly shoot, 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 and it's easier for you to use all your abilities. You're making it harder now. Yeah. So see, this is like the main point. Yeah. It's not like it's bad position, right? But it's just like also could be better. I think all the time. Yeah. Try to go on the softer, open up angle. Okay, from here, maybe go left. And you can open up the angle there. And this Doctor Strange, it's easier for you to heal up and just put the attention on. Because we kind of just walking forward. This is what we call in Overwatch. If you remember this term, like plat magnet, you walk towards the target. Yeah. Yeah, you don't.
Plat magnet, yeah.
Yeah, this one still can be useful here too. You don't have to exactly walk towards the target, but just open up sightlines rather, and those soft angles are really, really good. Just walk left, destroy this wall if you don't like the wall. It's fine. It's just I think 2 shots to destroy. I don't know. Some maps are weird with the just those destructible environments. Sometimes not sure if they should be destructible, but it's fine. Because from here, you can also shoot the enemy. You just have this big downtime too, because you're not taking softer angles there, not able to see the enemy team. So yeah, we can also put it on notes as a kind of default position rule. Soft angles, sure, long range, but also be able to see enemy and your team after. If you're only able to see your team, I think something is wrong. Usually, you have a lot of damage on the character. And yeah, let's watch your ability. Okay, so what do you think about your shift here?
I feel like it's okay, but like I feel like I should have kind of aimed it to stack with my team a bit more. I was kind of using it just for damage that was just getting healed off right away. Like it just wasn't really doing anything.
Okay. Let's just say, because we talked about enabling activity or disabling activity, is it doing so at the moment? What do you think? Kind of.
I would say not really.
Is there a better way to enable activity and disable it then? What do you think? A better time?
Maybe maybe a better time, or if I played a specific angle here, like where I could just shift their supports. Yeah.
So just damage their backline, you think? Trying to...
Yeah, like the Mantis is there behind the pillar. Like I could maybe take an off angle to hit her while I can still heal my team just to move her back.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I think this one, and I think it's okay, just visual-wise, if we realize, okay, a lot of actions are happening. Maybe my team either taking damage or well, let's just say receiving a lot of pressure, or you do a lot of pressure, then you start using your shift. And I think, again, using it as an enabler, because most likely the enemy team will be like, wait, there's a Luna Snova here. Okay, let's try to rush her. And you will probably pop your shift. I think it's even better way, because we focus on what's under our control rather than just praying that your teammate is gonna do something, or well, doing damage I think is also fine, but because you also force the action. Yeah, we always want to disable activity or enable. If you force the action, active action, and start using your ability, it's really nice. Maybe Venom goes in you force him to just go here, maybe Wolverine goes in you as well. I think this one might be scary. You have to keep your range and freeze as well. You can
Yeah.
just freeze them, yeah, when they're in use. So again, freeze is more of a, I think it's more of a defensive cooldown compared to your shift, but still.
We must cut off what we supply for no
It's kind of for general damage, this is okay. Yeah, better angle could definitely do more too. Right. As I say, your E as well, like now it has to be changed. Yeah, it has to be going on. Probably one of those frontline characters. Maybe let's see who's doing that more. Someone like Mantis or Thor. Maybe you can place it on Spider-Man. Not sure where they are. Yeah, then back now, but later once they're in, you can try to just place it on them.
Yeah.
You have saved me.
And more dynamic because I don't think, yeah, there's no delay, right? If you place the E, there's no delay too. It's literally,
No, it's instantaneous. Yeah.
this is crazy too. Yeah, you can do so much with this. This is insane ability, I think.
I like the cold.
Of course, you will notice it's gonna be sort of uncomfortable at first, maybe when you try to place it all the time. You just try to always kind of like press this, yeah, because the situation changes so
Yeah.
quickly. But it's okay. Start with being slow. Notice, maybe try to anticipate who's gonna do something and place it on them. Yeah, like now, Doctor Strange made sense, by the way, when they're in front line. Now, yeah, there's nobody else, so makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. The ultimate is really long too. You can think about anticipating again the activity, trying to rather stick to them. You see, this rule could save Doctor Strange over there, I think, because you kind of shift away. You see, this guy goes in. Of course, the Venom is scary, but the question is, who is being more active at the moment, this Venom or your Doctor Strange?
That's strange, obviously.
Yeah. Who? It's just all about receiving pressure. Yeah, it's this Venom cannot do much pressure compared to Doctor Strange being pressured by this many people. It's just non. Yeah, you should be definitely with this guy a little bit more, in my opinion.
Okay.
This guy dies instantly, kind of. Later, maybe if situation changes, maybe then we can just try to go back a little. Okay, I'm thinking maybe is there any specific timestamps you're interested in more? Anything you're interested in looking more? You mentioned you're not comfortable with flankers. Maybe you remember those moments. You can also look at those. But to me, it's kind of same stuff. Yeah, we went over your abilities, being more proactive with position. But yeah,
I think this one it was interesting because I think we almost pushed all the way to the end of that second one, and then this second round we got just mowed over like really bad. They just straight
interesting.
away the whole entire thing.
Yeah. Yeah, want to watch this defense too then?
Sure, we can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, let's watch.
달빛의 피어나.
Okay, who do you think your E should be on?
Let's see what we got. This one we don't have like huge flankers, so if they do play up like on a position, I'd probably put it on Winter Soldier, but it also looks like Strange is playing up on the right over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a little bit tough. Yeah, you need to just see, yeah, based on the position. But so far, based on the triggers, position and who is doing damage at the moment, who it should be on right now.
On the position, it looks like it's gonna be Thor.
Thor, yeah, because the most likely
Yeah.
they will use Awakened from there. That's what I assume. They will try to use it from this angle, and they just get extra poke, just place it on them. This guy can also be a fine target too, I think, but
Yeah.
to me, I'm thinking, might be even preferable, to be honest, because they have better line of sight too. You don't have to exactly place place your E on your tank all the time, unless they are really active, because this is more squishy as well. They might be more dangerous. Thinking about enabling activity based on their line of sight might be even more might be even better.
Superpowers are amazing. Also, the ice effects look
Okay.
great on stage.
We're strange. Okay, this is one of the meme portals they open in, I believe. Or yeah,
I think
because-
we did get somebody with it.
yeah. So see, this would be really handy. This guy is actually getting dived too, by the way. Why? Because this is scary. Angles are scary for the enemy team. Who's taking angles? Prioritize those first, and you can guard them. You shoot this and automatically heal that person. This is really nice. You can do so much with the good placement, I think. You can also squeeze in, if you like, using your shift in a poke phase, sort of. You can just do damage, I think. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. Actually, I'm not sure. Is it really worth it? With the damage numbers, I can check, but it's an ability, so it does something. Well, I think your normal damage is actually better, so you don't have to probably, because you can also headshot with the normal, but your shift, yeah, because it's mostly self-sustained tool. Maybe you don't even need to, but yeah, can check later. Okay. Yeah, so the most active person, trying to also squeeze in the fire shots a little bit. Yeah, so from here, if you're pushing towards this, maybe we're just trying to push towards that angle. Try to transition. Take this maybe if you want. You have a longer sideline. You can easily see an enemy, kind of place cross in them this softer angle, and later somebody goes in you. You can think about using your freeze again. Freeze is a long cooldown. Freeze them, wait, and you'll be fine. Yeah. What do we use our freeze for? Let me see. It's a bit hard
I
to
think I
tell
kind of just randomly
sometimes.
threw it in there.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so it's
Center stage.
it's not too big of a deal now. I think when the fight is, I know, over, but yeah, I would definitely use it as enabler more. Imagine you just bait out this Wolverine to go on you, or maybe this Mantis will think, oh, they're taking crazy position. Maybe soft angle. You just freeze them after. Of course, it requires good accuracy and patience, but this is what I suggest to do. It's similar to Anna's sleep dart.
A nice deep dive.
I am strengthened for battle. Score. Sometimes I forget you were literally born for this.
So it looks like the shift does 50 damage per round, it says on their website.
50. And what's your normal fire?
I think the normal one, I just had it, let me see. It's on their website. When you click on their abilities and stuff, it shows like a whole thing. So their primary 20 per round for a total of 60, 20 for each of like the burst.
Yeah. Hmm. And the headshot, yeah, the headshot amplifier there too. Yeah, I see. I see. So 20 is, so again, damage is 60 on
60 for the primary, yeah.
yeah, 60. Yeah, so I think it's fine if you just do primary fire in the poke phase, but you can definitely do so. You don't have to be standing back too much. Yeah, first shots are important. Like first shot to just farm ult charge, I think you can open up the better angle. Like softer but longer angles, I think are fine. And see, your attention, like this is exactly what I'm saying. Your attention should be on more active person. So at this point of time, who your attention should be on?
Who's out there, Thor? Yeah.
Yeah, Thor, Sudamore, and you also place your E, I think. Place your E on them. Should be okay. You can, of course, heal up in the downtime. There's nothing else to do, then it's fine. But you rather prioritize hitting damage because, as mentioned, you have the reason you cannot out heal incoming damage overall. So might be better to just.
Get that vehicle moving again.
Yeah, okay. This is fine. Maybe on Doctor Strange now, I think, can be alright. Thor now for sure, because they go for Awaken, and then you start again shooting.
Our enemies are near.
This is where we fell apart. They opened up a portal behind us. Yeah.
Let's see. Hmm. Yeah, no more shots. TP. Yeah, use your shift and then they grab your way. Huh. Anything to do? I suggest, okay, if the action happens towards you and you know the person might kill you from the something, like maybe it's TP or maybe because of the kit, usually consider freeze, I think. You don't have to use your shift first, I think, because it's more soft tool, like again, you do damage, also sustain yourself if there's like continuous damage, but if there's big burst going in you, I think we'll have to use the freeze on that target. Yeah, like this, maybe rather wait for the freeze opportunity. I don't think it's too easy to deny here, but if you react fast enough, let's say they TP in, what our play can be at this point. We can keep a longer angle. You can also have softer angle. Yeah, who's still playing closer to your team. This guy actually, they've been flanking. Even let's just check what they've been doing. I think they've been in a bug
Oh.
before. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this right there. Yeah. This one is more awareness stuff. You have to, yeah, you have to watch out for this for sure. You have to know, okay, who do you expect? This is another topic. We can talk about that later. But this is something what you can pre-poke, pre-damage as well. And once you know the activity is there, you kind of like, because your game sense is on point, you predict them staying there, and you freeze them like once they ideally do the action. So when they try to grab you, you would freeze and just wait for your teammates' pressure. It's more of a
Right,
game
yeah.
sense part. It's fine. This happens. I get that sometimes. Yeah. I think mostly what can kill you there is this Wolverine. Does a lot. Yeah, it displays you really badly. Yeah, use an ultimate. Kind of a lot of chaos. Okay. No, it's fine. Maybe they will fix the audio. I don't know, it feels like similar stuff, but it's up to you. We can keep watching or we can do a live game. I think we have time for that.